Happy fabulous Friday with all the mess. Okay, welcome back to the Small's Kitchen. It's time to create. Lots of creations. And budget-friendly, people. Let's remember that. Budget-friendly creations make the best meals. Hey Jean. Yes, I'm here. So I'm creating something that hopefully, Jerry and I will both be enjoying. So I want to share with you guys a little tiny tip. This is how I stay very budget friendly. I eat healthy while I am still losing. So it's my mission, whether I stop losing and just keep wanting to tone and build muscle, or I truly just love to be in the kitchen. I love to talk, and I love prepping foods that are healthy. So I was at Price Right yesterday. They had mushrooms that are $2.99. I love, yes, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. That's my show. I love portabella mushrooms. They're one part of the veggies, which is in my nutritional course is to have veggies most. Also, they're very meat-like. So a lot of hey guys, when you come on, tell me where you're coming from. I love to know where everybody is. So portabella mushrooms could be a little pricey depending on where you get them. But also what they have is like their own little dish, but they're also, it's like a meat. And they could be pricey yet again. So I was at Price Right yesterday. First day shopping since I've been home. I'm starving. I already ate some apple. I've been snacking on some mushrooms. I'm hungry. So these were on clearance. Markdown, not clearance. Same thing. Markdown for $1.64, and they were $2.99. Totally in the budget, right? So they're perfect. There's nothing wrong with them. I am, though, going to take out, I'm just going to scrape it into here. I'm going to take out the insides so I could fill it with the soy chorizo mixture. And just enough to make a cavity so you can fill it. I could use the mushroom mixture. These, the gills they look like. And I could use them to make a veggie stock. Because that'll give a lot of color. And also, oh yes, we want to eat good food. And so, a little dirt ain't gonna hurt nobody. So I'm going to put them, I'm going to make individual ones. So that one, either mine or Jerry's. The other one's going to go in here, and then we're going to make the mixture. Okay? So for most of you that don't follow me, I love to do this little cooking segment, but I also am a vegan cook. So I love to do things that are going to help prolong my life. And the reason I went vegan is because animal products do have a high inflammation property within them. So I want to make sure that because heart disease is in my family, that I don't bring on any more inflammation than I need. So here is all of, I'm going to use it in the compost bin. I'm just going to put it, whatever. I have no room in this kitchen. I want my daddy's house back. So the other mushroom is going in there. As a side dish to the stuffed mushrooms, I want, while the pan is nice and hot, in my cast iron skillet, I don't know if you could see it, I have onions and those only Italian peppers. They're growing in my garden, so another budget friendly. The onion I factored in, it was $1.99 for 6. Probably about 50 cents for the onion. So the onion's going in with the free pepper, and it's going to be a side dish to my stuffed mushroom. So I'm going to move aside the mushrooms. Again, when you pop on, only Jean is the good one here. Jean, you get an A. If we were in school, you're getting an A. Okay, here's my compost bag. So I'm getting ready. What's up, Judy? My happily engaged friend. I'm so excited, Judy. So while Judy and I were supposed to meet up in Florida, she was too busy getting engaged. Though I'm so super excited. All right, so for the filling. So the filling, again, I'm vegan. I want to make sure that I am making something that's fun yet filling and going to keep me in my health goals. Okay? So, I like the consistency of the tofu that is the firm, because it'll give it more of a thicker texture when you're biting into it when it's cooked, and maybe he won't know. So I'm going to do half a brick, and we'll see how that goes. Honestly, I didn't even need to cut that. It's tofu. Oh, you know what? You know what's in my mind? My stepmother's food processor. I'm putting the whole thing in there. Okay? All right, so I'm going to just put that in the sink. Then I'm going to add in the soy chorizo. It does not need to blend long, but I wanted to make this. I did this before, and the soy chorizo does not hold well on its own in a stuffed mushroom. So I had to brainstorm with myself. How am I going to make the soy chorizo stay within the mushroom? Now again, this whole meal is plant-based. So if you guys are looking to stay within your health and wellness goals and on a budget, because you know I live for the budget. Let me move this and wash my hands off. All right, I'm just going to put the cover on and give it a little whirl. And probably make sure it's plugged in. You should always check your appliances and make sure they're plugged in before you make an ass out of yourself and wonder what's happening. That happened. Okay, so it's just going to blend up, and then I'm going to be able to fill the mushroom. I don't need to add any spices to it because the soy chorizo is filled with lots of flavorings. Oh, Michael, thanks so much for asking. I'm doing well. Soy chorizo is a vegan, vegetarian product, and I'm just going to give these a stir, the onions and peppers. It's a textured soy protein that has lots of flavorings in it as well. So it's chock filled with a nice heat, maybe not so much a heat, but it has some heat to it. So it's going to elevate that tofu where you're going to be like, yeah, okay? So it might look ugly at first. So I'm going to, on the top of this, where I took all of those gills out, the mushroom gills, I'm going to fill it with the soy chorizo. And I'm just going to take some and put it on. And I'm just going to fill it enough because I used the whole package of soy chorizo and tofu. So I don't want to put too much in there where there's not enough for other servings. So guys, remember, when you see a little bit of this and a little bit of that, no, that's my cooking show. I named it. I named it my own cooking show because I love cooking. And you know what? It's always fly by the seat of my pants. Because I never know truly what I want to make until I look at the food. And when I look, oh, I got it at Trader Joe's. Jean, it's in Trader Joe's, where you'll find the tofu and you'll find all the other soy products. So yeah, when you guys come on, say hi, tell me where you are. Welcome to my little cooking show, where I want you guys to all eat healthy, wealthy, and be wise. That's a song or something, right? Okay. So here are the 2 mushrooms. So most times people think of mushrooms and they think of, how can I fatten these up? Now, yeah, Jean, I've been doing this for years. It's my very own cooking show, and I love it. Oh, yay! I love Boston. We got Bridgeport. Bring it on in, guys. Okay, so Jerry is not a vegan, and I'm going to make these mushrooms, one for me. Of course, Jean, awesome. Erin, I'm doing amazing. I'm home cooking in the tiniest kitchen in the world. How could I not be happy? I was going for 2 weeks in the biggest kitchen of the world. Not the biggest kitchen in the world, but 5 times the size of my corner right here. So I make a lot of, this is where my show happens, in the corner. All right, so I'm going to give Jerry some cheese because he is not vegan, okay? So I'm going to put cheese on his, and because I am vegan, and because I don't eat cheese, and I don't like the soy cheese very much, you got to make do, right, Erin? I'm going to use nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast is also packed with B vitamins and antioxidants. I'm just going to sprinkle some of this on there, which will give it a little earthy taste. Maybe about a tablespoon. I don't know. That's why I say a little bit of this and a little bit of that, because I don't measure. Okay? So those are going to go in the oven, but hold on. Hang on a second. So here is something else I wanted to show you guys, and this is perfect because I have been home for just 2 days, but yesterday I went grocery shopping, and I usually have my refrigerator already prepped with a lot of the foods that I like. So if you don't follow me, you probably don't know I have celiac. With that being said, I create all of my vegetables to sound like they are a bread, okay? So, let me move his cheese and the nutritional yeast. So, part of what I like to do is I make kabocha. Kabocha is a squash, and it is like a mushroom. It's very dense, it's amazing, and I'm starving, okay? So I just cook these in the skillet so I can have them for lunch with my salad because I'm starving, right? Then I have them roasting in the oven, but I wanted some ASAP. Then I also make parsnip bread. Turnip, not parsnip. So I have these in the... If you also watch me, you know I burn myself a lot. So here is the turnip that Jerry so nicely cut into circles. That's what I use as bread. So those are there. Then I'm going to have other things that I'm going to use as bread. I have beets that I also cut into bread. So if you visualize your food as the before, a piece of bread, then you'll sit there and you'll go, I'm really not missing anything. So think about where you want to go on your health journey and what do you want to substitute. I need to substitute bread. I am also going to make coleslaw, okay? Typical coleslaw, cabbage, onions, celery, whatever you want to put in your coleslaw, right? Mayonnaise, okay? People use mayonnaise. Hang on, I don't want you seeing this yet. Look, the tiniest kitchen in the world. Where do you go? You can't go anywhere. You just cry. Okay? So I'm going to show you something. Hold on. Hang on a second. Okay. So what I'm going to make is a tiniest kitchen in the world. You gotta move shit around because there is nowhere to put it. I'm gonna put it up there. So what I'm going to do, I'm telling you, I got so spoiled that my dad's using his countertop. One day I'm gonna have a big kitchen. One day. So in my coleslaw, I like to have garlic. I love garlic. The more garlic, the better. Listen, I haven't been sick in 3.5 years. The style of my eating now has changed so dramatically through my experience with my health and wellness coaching. My journey has been amazing. So, this is how I now make my coleslaw. And a lot of people may not like it that way, and that's fine. You don't have to. We all have a different journey. Mine happens to be I want to preserve my life. Okay? So in order to preserve it, you want to put in clean fuel. A lot of people don't believe in that, and that's okay. You know, we're not out here to please everybody. It's just what it is. So I do cheat. There are some things I do cheat on. And I do buy shredded cabbage. I'm not going to buy a whole head. I could have bought it. I could have put it in my food processor. I could have. But I didn't. I am here for your entertainment only. So I'm going to take this cabbage and I'm putting it in the bowl. We're not done yet, okay? Then the 2 cloves of garlic. Because when you take fat out of your diet, or that kind of, Teresa, talk my language. When you take fat out of your diet, you need to add in flavor. People want flavor. They want something where it's like, oh, that's a carrot. That doesn't work for a lot of people. It works for me, but it doesn't work for a lot of people, right? So, how do I replace my fat? Okay, good. This is what I do. When avocados on sale, I buy them in mass doses. So when they're like $1.70 to $2.99 for one avocado, I go to my freezer and I pull out my avocado. Now, my avocado's been in there for probably about 6 months. It's still green. I wrap them in parchment paper and I defrost it when I need it. So this is a big bag of cabbage, right? I want a whole avocado. So I'm just going to take my same old fork because in the small kitchen, there's no dishwasher either. That's what I'm here for, girl. So I'm just going to mash the avocado right on the top. Again, this is in place of the mayonnaise. You don't have to. Listen, I got my stepmother to enjoy this coleslaw. You will too. And she's 78 years old. Okay? So I'm going to take the 1 avocado to 1 bag of, and hang on, let me tell you, 14 ounces. Girl, hang out with me a little longer, Teresa. This is what I share in my fit groups. I just figure I'm going to come on out to you guys now. Freeze avocado. I have only had good experiences, Teresa, using, now I've frozen them many ways. I've done wax paper, I've done plastic wrap, and parchment. Parchment paper, learn from me, people, listen. Parchment paper is the only one that has kept them green. That's it. I add nothing else to them. It's just the parchment paper. So I'm going to take my avocado and just mash it around. And as it sits in the refrigerator, the natural waters from the cabbage are going to soften up. So even though I stirred it, it looks a little dry. It's not going to. And because I like salt, okay? I love salt. You could do whatever you want. I like the all-natural liquid aminos. It gives it like that little hint of soy sauce, but it pumps it up with salt, okay? But it's not. So the only thing that's in here is vegetable protein from the soybeans and purified water. They have a natural sodium to it, so it's going to give it that saltiness. So I'm just probably going to put a good tablespoon and a half. Listen, guys, I didn't lose 190 pounds because I'm not a foodie. I'm a foodie. I eat more now of good quality foods than I ever did before. So, oh, sure, why not? Yes. So I made, Christopher, I'll tell you in a second. So here is your coleslaw. You could bring this anywhere. You can add some sunflower. If you're going to and you want to purdy it up and you're going to a picnic, put some sunflower seeds. Add a little cranberry. You could do anything. Avocado does not truly have a descript flavor until you really give it the flavor. So this is your coleslaw, all clean, okay? Then I made some stuffed mushrooms, Christopher. So Christopher, these are stuffed portabella mushroom caps. I made a quick filling that was tofu and soy chorizo. One has cheese on it, another one has nutritional yeast on it. They're not in the oven yet because I'm roasting my beet bread and my kabocha squash. So those are things that I could take the rest of that and use it as a dip. There's so much, and I'll show you. So here, let me plate up what my lunch is going to look like. So now these, when you cut your kabocha squash, it's going to be in a U shape unless you chunk it or you leave it whole. I don't want it whole, okay? So on the bottom, I'm just going to add my kabocha squash, okay? I am going to put on, because y'all know I don't care. Unless you're coming here to be my dishwasher, I'm using the same damn fork. It's my food. I'm going to put on, and this is lunch, guys. I'm going to put on my soy chorizo and tofu, and it's just going to be like a sandwich. Okay, so there it's sandwiched in there. And I'm going to put on the side some coleslaw. Oh my God. I really make myself happy. Okay. So again, these are all the things that I do teach my fit group. In my challenge groups, I try and give them loads and loads of really good, healthy tips to make their journey successful. Because at the end of the day, guys, food is here to... Dave, come on over. I'll make you a Shaco ice cream. I'm making one about 3:30, so let me know. So I do these things all the time because it's about wellness. It's about taking foods to nourish your body. It's not about putting foods in your body that, you know, we live that life, guys. I'm older now. I need to worry about what I put in order to make me look good, feel good, and walk around with my, except because I'm in the tiniest kitchen in the world, stand up tall. We just have to do it. As we're getting older, we need to be more creative. Your food is your friend, but it's your nourishment. It's not meant to be there to say, I'm starving, I'm going to eat a whole cake. I was there. That's why I was 370. I'm not anymore. I'm here for you, Jean. So let's see. Here is the kabocha squash, okay? So I don't know if they're soft. I like them a little crispier, kind of like how nice and brown that one is. Yikes. Well, I'm just going in. So the way that's nice and brown, then I'm going to put this back in the oven. And then I have beets that are slicing. I am then going to be making the sweet potatoes as well. Everything I'm going to make round so it looks like a bread. I'm not going to miss that bread at all. So if there's any other tips and tricks that you need to help you get through your day, let me know. They are toxins. They are. White flour, wheat flour. All of them right now, they are toxic to your body. They are. It's just, you know, it's a simple fact. Aw, thanks, Jean. So it is a simple fact. You know, you take out the sugars, you take out all of those flours, you take out the alcohol. On occasion, have some. Have your desserts. Enjoy them. We're going to a graduation party later on. I'm going to make mine, Shako, into an ice cream. So I'm going to use frozen banana. I'm going to use some frozen berries. And I'm going to make sure that I nourish myself before we go to that party. I may just end up bringing extra vegetables and put them in my pocket of my new pants that are smaller. I'm a little excited. So, Teresa, go ahead, use the parchment paper to do your O. And take the avocados out of the skin. Don't leave it in its shell, your skin, whatever. Freeze them in the parchment paper. This way, you'll be able to... Thank you so much. And I don't even wear... I have blush on, so I'm not going to touch that, but I don't even wear foundation anymore. Nothing, because it cleaned up my skin. This cleaned up my skin. Dave knows. Yes, yes, it's a good world. So I'm going to go ahead and eat my lunch because I'm starving and I could talk forever and it's 1 o'clock. So be creative. You could do the same thing with potato salad. You could do your potatoes, your egg whites, and maybe a yolk. Use avocados as your base. It's an all-natural fat. You're going to get everything you need from that avocado to satiate your palate. Do not use mayonnaise. Stay away from it. I don't even care if it says olive oil mayonnaise, and that's what Jerry likes, but he won't switch over to just avocado. So, all right, guys. Dave, if you really want to, make sure you check in with me because I'll make you one. But otherwise, guys, enjoy your lunch. Really, if you need more tips and tricks, I love sharing them and I'll make a video on it, even for you carnivores. Just saying, I'll do it for you too. So, that's it. I know, right? It is, girl, you know I like fall. I can't wait for fall. I'm hoping with this new workout program that I'm going to be down again. Teresa, you have a great day. All right, guys, I just want to show you quickly. This is how I like my turnip bread. Nice and crunchy, and the other side's going to cook too. I could then take tofu or the soy chorizo and make a sandwich. And a turnip. One turnip is about 40 calories. Seriously? Do you know how big turnips are? They're ginormous. All right, as I tell you guys, when I end all my videos, I'm hotter than heck, guys, standing over there. I end all my videos, make your heart happy today and always. It's the only heart you have. And when you've had family that have passed on from heart disease, you learn a new way of cooking. So make your heart happy today and always. I love you all. Have a great day.